today we're going to try something different. We're going to play some blues and just be extremely economical with our notes. We're only going to use, I think, 4 notes basically for the whole thing, and try to make it sound good and interesting for like the length of an entire solo. And I believe that can be done. In fact, it might turn out better than if you had access to the whole fretboard and we're playing all kinds of crazy stuff. So we're going to be in this, in the key of G, in this box pattern right here. Basically, we're going to use this note, the root note here, this G on the 8th fret of the B string, and then we're going to use this note, the A, which is the 10th fret of the B string, and we're going to be able to bend that note. So that's only 2 notes so far, but we're cheating a little bit in that we can bend the second note because there's no blues without bending, right? And we're just going to play slow melodic phrases and try to vary the rhythm and the phrasing and try to make it very vocal sounding. And you can bend, by the way, you can bend this. The A note here on the B string, 10th fret, is the 2nd of a G chord. And most of the time you'll be bending that up to a 3rd. You don't want to just bend it randomly. You're bending it right? Bending it up to that 3rd. And occasionally, if you want, you can bend it a step and a half. And then we're also going to throw in this note up here, which is a D, 10th fret of the high E string. And we're going to be able to bend that too. I'm making the rules here, so that's one of the rules. You can bend that note too. And it's going to end up sounding, of course, very B.B. King-like because he played in that box a lot. This is known as the B.B. King box sometimes. But we're only using part of the B.B. King box, actually. And this, as long as I'm making the rules up, I'm gonna make a rule that we can bend this high D a step and a half also, because that's one of my favorite sounds in the blues. You're bending it up to an F. Okay, and you know, that doesn't have to be exactly to an F. It's mostly just the wailing sound of that. It's a really bluesy, really urgent sound. I mean, it's basically you're bending it up to the 7th. That's the note you want to hit, but if you don't quite hit that, it's okay. And while I'm screwing around, I'll probably occasionally do this. That little chromatic run down to the C note, which would give us a total of 4 notes. I'm not counting this one where you slide up this E note here on the G string 9th fret. I guess we need to count that too. Because that's pretty critical. But that's all the notes, and we'll just resist the temptation to throw anything else in, because that's one of my worst habits. If I can't think of anything else to play, or I think the solo's going nowhere, I will. I throw in faster licks when I run out of ideas, I find, because you know that always gets people's attention, and if you can get people's attention with just the sweetness of your playing, you're way ahead of the game, I think. And you can always throw in that other stuff too when the time comes. Let's give this a try against a G blues progression. We'll see how that goes. You're probably going to want to center your solo around this note, the root note. That sounds good against the 4 chord too, right? See how nice and smooth that is? And it helps if you can do a nice smooth vibrato. Now, B.B. King himself did not do, I tend to like a nice relaxed vibrato, but B.B. King, he's famous for his fast vibrato. And who am I to question B.B. King? So whatever kind of vibrato you can come up with, that will make it sound a lot better. And another thing, if you feel like you can't get started improvising, even with just these few notes, sometimes it helps to just kind of hum along with the song, because almost anybody can imitate a guitar solo. If you ask someone to imitate a guitar solo against a blues, they'll go, most people can do that, and then after that it's just a matter of translating that onto the guitar strings. And the more vocal you make it, the better it's going to sound. And I'm already playing too many notes, but I think you get the idea. And vary up your rhythm, because that's half the battle. That's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. I think that's really good practice. If you can play melodically like that and with good phrasing, you may not blow people's minds, but it's going to be something that people want to hear. It's going to be listenable. You can blow people's minds later. You can do both in the same song, but you need to have this basis of being able to phrase properly. Nice talking to you today, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.